Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. Here we are going to see the construction of ellipse by means of rectangular method. So as you know, there are different kinds of methods for constructing ellipse or conic sections. In ellipse we have concentric circle method, rectangular method, parallelogram method and eccentricity method. So here we are going to see the rectangular method. There is a question, construct an ellipse of major axis 120 mm and minor axis 80 mm by rectangular method. Also draw a tangent and normal to the ellipse at any point. So as the name implies, we have to draw a rectangle first. Rectangle having length 120 mm and breadth 80 mm, and after that we have to bisect the length and breadth of the rectangle. After this step, we have the rectangle ABCD and the bisections EG and FH. EG bisects the breadth and FH line bisects the length. So actually you can see here EG line is the major axis and FH is the minor axis of the ellipse. So after this we have to divide the line AE and EO. You can see the AE line and EO are semi-minor and semi-major axis of the ellipse. So we have to divide the AE and EO lines into 4 equal parts. So as you can see here, AE and EO, which is supposed to be the minor and major axis of the ellipse, and these lines are divided here into 4 equal parts. AE into 1, 2, 3 and EO 1 dash 2 dash 3 dash are the different points. After this step you have to connect lines from point H to 1, 2, 3 and point F to 1 dash 2 dash 3 dash. So you will get a figure like this, and after that you have to extend the line F1 dash to 1H or H1 and extend F2 dash to H2 and F3 dash to H3 lines. So here you can see the intersections of lines P1, P2 and P3. So after this, the next step is you have to draw vertical and horizontal lines from P1, P2 and P3 to OH and OE. So as you can see here, the lines from P1, P2 and P3 towards OH and OE, they are perpendicular lines. So OH is the semi-minor axis and OE is the semi-major axis of the required ellipse. So after that, you have to extend the lines, perpendicular lines. Let's say you have to extend the perpendicular lines which is drawn towards the OH from P1, P2 and P3 towards the right hand side of the figure. You have to extend these three lines. So you have to extend the lines by the same distance here, like this. So here you can see the extensions from P1, you will get P6, from P2 when you extend you will get P5, and P3 you will get P4. Actually the line OH will be bisecting the lines P1, P6, P2, P5 and P3, P4, or otherwise the distance from P1 to OH, the perpendicular distance P1 to OH will be equal to the perpendicular distance P6 to OH. So likewise you have to extend. Similarly you have to extend to the 3 points. After this step you have to do the same thing in this position or this portion. That is, you have to draw perpendicular lines from P4 to line OG, P5 to line OG and P6 to line OG. So these lines are perpendicular lines. So after that you have to extend these three lines towards the bottom portion with the same distance. So after that you will get points like P7, P8 and P9. So you can say the OG line OG will be bisecting the lines P6, P7, P5, P8 and P4, P9. OG will be passing through the exact middle of the lines P6, P7 and P5, P8 and P4, P9. So this is the next step. After this step you have to extend these three lines to the bottom portion, this portion. So you have to extend these lines by the same distance at the bottom portion. Now you will get three different points, P10, P11 and P12. So these 3 points are extension of points P1, P2, P3. Line EO, which is the semi-major axis of the required ellipse, is bisecting the lines P1, P12, P2, P11, P3, P10. So likewise you have to draw these lines. Then you will get different points like P1, P2, P3, P4 up to P12. So final step is to connect the curve by means of hand drawing. You can connect curve through these different points. So here you will get the required ellipse by connecting different points P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 up to P12. So this is how the ellipse can be drawn by means of rectangular method. After that, there is also one part of the question is like also draw a tangent and normal to the ellipse at any point. So you have to draw the tangent and normal. For that you have to find out the focus of the ellipse. You know, there are two different foci for ellipse. So for finding out the focus, you know, the semi-major axis, here it is EO distance. This distance is considered as the semi-major axis. So the distance from EO will be equal to the distance from this point, that is here it is H, to the focus. So if the focus which has to be here somewhere, so let's say the focus is F1 here and F2 here, two foci will be there in ellipse. So here F1H, the distance F1H will be equal to the distance EO, that is the semi-major axis. So for that you have to measure the distance. First EO distance. The distance EO, it is here showing as 60 mm. So the thing you have to do is you have to measure 60 mm in a compass and mark an arc with the center H on the line EO. So you have to mark an arc from center H to the line EO with the distance equal to 60 mm. Similarly, here also from H as the center, on OG also you have to mark an arc with 60 mm radius. So these two arcs is intersecting the lines EO and OG. So this intersection is considered as the focus. This is the focus 1, and here focus 2. So after that it is showing here that also draw a tangent and normal to the ellipse at any point. So you have to mark any point on the curve. Let's say I'm going to take the point P4 as the required point. So I'm going to draw tangent and normal on the point P4. So for that you have to connect this P4 to F2 and F1. So you will get an angle F1, P4, F2. So here P4 is the point I have taken. So there is an angle F1, P4, F2. So for drawing the normal and the tangent, I have to bisect the angle F1, P4, F2. For angle bisection, I have to take compass. By means of compass, draw an arc with any distance. Let's say the distance is 20 mm here, and also with the same 20 mm distance, I'm going to mark an arc here also. So then I will get two intersections. So with the same distance 20 mm radius, I'm going to draw another two arcs. Here also. Then here there is an intersection. So from this intersection to P4, I can draw the required normal. So this line, this red color line here, which bisects the angle F1, P4, F2, is the required normal, and if I draw a perpendicular to this normal, I will get the tangent. So this is the normal, and this one is the tangent. So this is how we can draw ellipse by means of rectangular method, and along with that we can draw the tangent and normal. So hope you understand the concept. Thank you.